Halloween, Resurrection Recap. Let's start. Two nurses at the Grace Anderson Sanitarium talk about Laurie Strode, a patient who has been at the mental health facility pretending to be catatonic in an effort to attract Michael Myers. The nurse discloses that Michael Myers was not the man Laurie killed in a mask 3 years prior. In order to communicate, the paramedic's larynx was crushed, so Michael literally changed clothes with him. While Laurie was duped into executing a defenseless father of 3 at the crime site in Hillcrest, Michael snuck out of the area. Infiltrating the sanitarium, Michael Myers kills 2 security personnel and enters Laurie's chamber. When Michael pursues Laurie to the rooftop, Laurie sets up a rope trap, which hangs Michael by his foot upside down. Laurie starts to remove Michael's mask to make sure it is actually him before she totally cuts the rope. As the rope breaks, Michael grabs Laurie and stabs her, leaving the two of them hanging over the edge of the rooftop. After giving Michael a kiss and promising to see him in hell, Laurie collapses and dies. Harold, a sanitarium prisoner who enjoys serial killers, receives the bloodied knife that Michael gave him as he left the institution. Sarah Moyer, Jennifer Danzig, and Rudy Grimes, 3 students at Haddonfield University, find that they have been chosen by Dangertainment to take part in an online reality program where they would spend Halloween inside Michael Myers' eerily haunted boyhood house. The trio meets fellow participants Bill Woodlake, Jim Morgan, and Donna Chang at an orientation led by producers Freddie Harris and Nora Winston. Sarah considers quitting the program for a moment, but Freddie persuades her to continue. Michael kills video tech Charlie by stabbing him in the throat with a tripod while he sets up a camera inside the Myers home. Sarah converses with Deckard, an online buddy she thinks is a graduate student who is computer literate. Miles Barton, a student in high school, is actually Deckard. Scott, a buddy of Miles, persuades him to go to a costume party. Miles sneaks away from the party to a study to watch Sarah's broadcast on a computer, where he progressively draws in more partygoers as viewers. The program starts. The 6 players tour the house as Freddie and Nora keep an eye on things from a command center. To kill Bill, Michael smashes through a mirror. The basement's floorboard hatch, which opens to a subterranean torture dungeon, is opened by Jim and Donna. As Jim and Donna begin to have sexual contact, a wall collapses and Freddie and Nora staged phony skeletons to scare them away. Freddie breaks into the home while posing as Michael Myers. When Freddie runs across the actual Michael, he dismisses him because he thinks he's just Charlie in a different disguise. The secret underground room where Michael Myers had resided is found by Donna. Donna is impaled on a shattered metal rod when Michael finds her. Jim hits Freddie with a board after he clutches Sarah while pretending to be Michael. In order to explain that he is putting on a show and to invite everyone to participate, Freddie remotely turns off the cameras. The show continues after Freddie has left. After discovering Bill's body, Sarah and Rudy decide to give up when they hear Jen screaming. Sarah, Rudy, and Jim watch in horror as Michael chops off Jen's head at the top of the staircase, initially believing it is just Freddie again. The other 3 participants are being pursued by Michael. Jim is grabbed by Michael, who uses his hands to stomp on Jim's head. Michael is seduced by Rudy to leave Sarah. When Michael stabs Rudy many times with knives, the altercation between the 2 guys is over. Sarah begs for Deckard's assistance in front of a camera. Miles texts Sarah with messages alerting her to Michael's whereabouts since he already had a sneaking suspicion that the murders being broadcast were real. While running from Michael, Sarah finds Charlie's body in the attic. As Sarah and Freddie search for a way out of the house, Freddie comes upon Sarah. Confronting Freddie is Michael. Michael is fought by Freddie utilizing Kung Fu, and Freddie eventually kicks Michael out of a second-floor window. Michael ends up being dangling from a cable outside the house. Once more, Sarah and Freddie attempt to leave the house. After escaping, Michael enters covertly again and stabs Freddie. Sarah escapes down a tunnel that leads to the control room while stepping over several dead bodies. Nora is found by Sarah hanging from the ceiling of the control room after being slaughtered. Sarah is confronted by Michael. While battling Michael with a chainsaw, Sarah eventually manages to sever an electrical cable, which sparks cause leaking gasoline to ignite. Michael tries to knife Sarah during the ensuing chaos, but Freddie shows up to engage Michael in further combat. Michael is electrocuted by Freddie, who then fires the house and Michael as he falls backward into additional wires. Freddie and Sarah get away. Sarah openly acknowledges Deckard on a live newscast as the police, paramedics, and media arrive on the scene. Before striking a camera, Freddie insults Michael Myers' star position in a media interview. Then, Michael Myers is confirmed to be in the coroner's body bag by Sarah and Freddie. The coroner opens Michael's bag at the morgue to examine his body, whose mask has melted to his face. Michael starts to squint.